Hello, gamers and geeks, and welcome to another TTRPG session. We're playing a homebrewed campaign called The Age of Dragons. We're on our 22nd episode now. It has been a while since we've been able to play an episode of Age of Dragons because a couple of players haven't been showing up. So we got a couple of new players to replace them. Yay! So yeah, now we can play again. Fantastic. And so let's just dive right in. Would the players that would the tenured players like to introduce their existing characters?
Very well. I am playing unnamed Turtle, the Turtle cleric, who struggles with Turtle recoil. Turtle recoil. Recall.
Yes.
Who cannot remember a few things.
Yeah, he doesn't know stuff.
Yes, he's forgotten. Yes, he's a Twilight cleric. Probably should mention that.
Not to be confused with the movie series.
True.
He doesn't really.
Although I wouldn't.
You don't religiously worship those movies, do you?
No, although I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a turtle creature in Twilight. Anyway, turn done.
Indeed. Okay. So, Mooney, Frostwalker, or Violet, who wants to go next?
I can go ahead.
Woo.
I play Frostwalker, the Goliath Paladin, who is, I believe we set up more of a paladin of the people versus the gods.
Yes. That's right. Yes. Violet, would you like to make your introduction next?
My name is Amanda. I play Violet, a Amethyst Gem Dragonborn Barbarian.
Yay! And then there's Mooney. Mooney.
Hello, I play Mooney, the Werebear, Moon Druid.
When Bear, Moon Druid, Bear. Yes.
There are several moons. He has at least 2 versions, maybe 3 versions of Bear. And he can talk.
And he can talk, yes.
Yes, he can talk.
Okay. And in this session, we'll be introducing characters provided by Amanda. Say hello, Amanda. I mean, Alison. Alison.
Hello.
There we go. Sorry, wrong A name. And from Zane. Say hello, Zane.
Hello.
Fantastic. We'll be telling you about those characters when they appear. Now, what happened last time we played?
I will recap Turtle. Will be recap Turtle, I guess. After we had oh god, it was that.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah. After Unnamed had explored the memory that he saw from the Nothics soaked out of his brain. Right, he started by it, which was like he saw like a half-elf clergy member, one of the high priests, or one of the high priests of the clergy, of his clergy, and explaining the ritual that unnamed had undergone to get rid of a trauma and a bad memory. We don't know what that is, but we do know it's a bit bloody. Ooh. Yes. There we go. After we'd explored that, Mooney had bit one of the many eyes, one of the eyes again, and
One of the
got
eyes?
sent back. The eyes.
The Nothic eyes, yes.
The Nothic eyes. Yeah,
'Cause-
Mooney
'cause
had
you previously-
gotten some Nothic.
Yeah, you previously killed
Yes.
a Nothic and harvested their massive eye. And that
Yes,
gave you
but-
Nothic sight, didn't it?
Indeed. Well, I gave Mooney specifically.
Gave Mooney the ability
Yes,
to
'cause-
see magic. Yeah.
Got sobered up and got sent back to sleep again, as one does. Everyone woke up, found Tilbus and the Black Dragons worrying that Kristen had seemingly disappeared. This was when we got kind of like we explored his room and found claw marks that began to Nothics.
Belonged to
So-
Nothics. Mhm.
Yes, belonged to nothing, but the Nothics.
Yeah.
And this Tilbus, in response, sent the party to go find him and retrieve him from the creatures.
Yes.
We managed to find the wizard tower without being interrupted by following Mooney's nose. Just sniffing at by Mooney just sniffing
Yeah. You
the
caught,
creatures
you
out.
You caught the scent and followed it all the way to the tower.
Yes. Where the robed figure that previously looked at us after we had fought the creatures, welcomed us into the tower, and brought us up the layers. Eventually, asking for help, returning their master Alzgurad,
Yeah.
who
Because
had fell.
Yeah, they claim that they have been cursed by their master Alzgurad. Alzgurad has gone through the portal and hasn't come back, so they want you to follow him through the portal, convince him to lift their curse and bring him back.
Yeah. As one does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we saw as the party ascended the tower, there were tons of just like old broken bookcases and clearly desperation from clearly desperate Nothics
Tattered tomes of magic and
who just wanted to get returned. When we got to the top, there was a shimmering like blue portal, like pool like with the ripple like water ripple in the wall. We got pleaded to go into the portal to get the masters to get the master to uncurse them. Stupidly, we went into the portal and arrived at the bog of eternal stench.
basically, yes.
We managed to find some green slimy mounds where eventually finding some green slimy mounds, which Mooney climbed up on like as land, which revealed
to be
themselves
creatures.
as
Yep.
yes, which revealed themselves as Froghemoths. They tried to eat us. We killed them and then long rested.
Yeah, basically. In a hollow tree, I believe. Yes?
Yes. A nearby tree.
Uh-huh. So yes, they fought and killed a couple of these horrible things. It was not an easy fight.
Banishment and the goat.
Now, remind me, did you find Kristen? Or are you still looking for her?
We did find Kristen. Kristen was at the tower.
Right.
Like, Kristen was, like, they used Kristen to get us to the tower.
Right. But, yeah. I didn't remember if they were there or not. It's a shame that you found them, because that would make it
I
easier to
think-
excuse the gun.
I
think
actually don't
Chris-
think you guys found him.
Did we not?
No, he was there, but I think his player was absent. So you had him pulled through the portal, and we went into the portal to rescue him.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, that.
So, yeah, you've gone through the portal to also rescue Kristen, as well as help the Northics. But you didn't catch up to it. So you're still trying to find Kristen, as well as possibly find Alzgurad and have him lift the curse on the Northics, and also find a way back out of this strange place, because it turned out that portal was one way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I believe that we decided that Karma was left behind at the tavern when the rest of you went looking for Kristen, right? Because they weren't around either, I think. But anyway.
Probably. That makes sense.
So, obviously you don't have the most comfortable night, and you would take it in turns to keep watch. Is there anything in particular you guys would have done? Well, I'm assuming during your downtime you'd mostly be keeping watch while the others slept. Does that sound about right?
That sounds about right, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, one thing you do notice, Total, when you take your shift, is that a group of small black toad-like creatures seem to be gathering outside your tree. They're not doing much except just being there. They're very strange little creatures, having bodies that look almost completely spherical. And as I said, despite their toad-like appearance, they also appear to have little hooked barbs on the tips of their feet, on the the tips of their toes. As you notice as they hop around. But, yeah, a little bit like that. Now,
Ooh, rather dapper. He will ready his his club of kraken, which is essentially just a fancy, essentially a oversized baseball bat with like metal tips.
Okay. Like I said, they don't seem to advance. They're just collecting there in the wetlands outside the tree. In the meantime, a couple of people who have been surviving mostly separately in the swamps since they also arrived in the plains of Alzgurad. So, Elizabeth, you'll have noticed that there are strange new footprints, that the Froghemoths aren't causing chaos like they usually do, and you put two and two together that there must be some new visitors. Brock.
Alright, Elizabeth is going to, I guess, like, walk towards wherever the footprints lead, just at even pace.
Mm-hmm. Brock, I'm gonna have to have you make a perception check because your passive's not that high.
Yeah. Come on, type. 16.
Yay! There we go. So you're doing your patrols around the swamp, looking for people that need your assistance. Elizabeth has, of course, rejected your help several times, but you notice even as she is approaching the same area, you notice that the bomb frogs have collected outside a particular tree. They usually only do that when they detect nearby prey.
He sighs and he turns back to his companion. Come on, Sir Crooks-a-lot, we got work to do. And he trudges. Yes, I know the name is.
Okay.
He but begrudgingly trenches through the mud as in his armor it sucks.
Yeah. Almost literally. Like the as you, with every step, you have that awful, wet, muddy sucking sound as you pull your feet back out. But yeah, so Elizabeth and Brock will be arriving at the in the area around the near the tree around about the same time. Spot each other, probably react somewhat disdainfully because you've been in this particular plane long enough that you've seen each other, noticed each other, and gotten on each other's nerves already.
Stop following me!
I am not following you. She touches him to make sure, like, he's real.
Yeah. Yes.
He pushes your hand away. Hey, I'm real. I've been real for the last 5 times.
I'm just making sure.
Those
You said that 4 times.
Those of you who are in the tree coming to the end of your long rest will hear voices outside.
A spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And I'll have it fly over where the voices are.
Okay. What does your spiritual weapon look like?
It is a warhammer, like with like a dark. It's a warhammer with like a setting sun insignia, like engraved on like the hitty part.
Okay. A warhammer, a floating warhammer made of light, appears in the air between Elizabeth and Brock. Just hovering.
Elizabeth ignores it.
Elizabeth ignores it. Okay.
Is there any people in that tree? I suggest you get out because you're about to be eaten alive.
Finally.
What did you say?
You
Yeah,
don't
I just
take
put in an accent.
Frostwalker says you don't take threats kindly. The the tiny black toads that are arrayed outside the tree seem to get agitated, like they're excited that something's going to happen.
I mean, at least there's finally more people.
Not for much
In
longer.
theory, there are more people here. In theory.
True, they might not last long.
What
not
do you
what I
mean
meant.
by that?
I mean, come out of the tree so we can talk and we'll explain more.
It's muddy down there.
So, I've been dealing with this for a week. You can handle a few minutes.
In a week?
Yeah. I've had this one since day one. Oh, I should probably post a picture since...
Sure.
Yeah, so this is Brock,
Ooh.
and this is Sir Crooks-a-Lot.
Yes.
Oh, it's a baby!
He's about the size of a husky, and he's got his tongue wrapped around Brock's waist.
Yes.
And he's got like a makeshift sled, so he's been dragging around this giant frog for a while.
Your shield is basically the sled, right?
Yep, my shield.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
How are we to trust you?
I mean, we haven't drawn weapons yet, despite your spell, and he flicks the magic warhammer of light.
Can you jump from the tree? Sure. Let's have a look. As a bear, yes?
Yes.
Now, are you going to actually, like, clamber down the tree and, like, just push yourself off the last couple of feet? Or are you going to leap from the top of the tree and splash down in the swamp amongst the bomb frogs?
I'm trying to avoid the bomb frogs.
Okay. Then I suggest you climb down carefully.
Mooney will clamber down carefully. Not saying anything, just clamber down.
Mm-hmm. You see a bear come
Well-
down the tree.
Well, that's new. Oh, and side note, Brock stands at 9'3".
Ooh. Wow.
Yes.
So he's bigger than Frostwalker the Goliath.
He's the size above medium since he's a half ogre.
Okay. What did you use for that? Did you use mine?
Yeah, I used your thing.
Cool.
I saw it a while ago. I thought it'd be cool to play.
Sweet. This is the closest thing to what my character is wearing. Very cool. Nice.
Clambers down tree.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, you have a pet as well. What's his name?
Not a pet. That's Mooney.
So Mooney is deliberately not approaching the tiny black toads, right?
Yes.
Why?
Because I was told they were dangerous.
By who?
Didn't one of the, didn't Zane's character mention it?
Zane told you to come out of the tree.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I don't know the toads are dangerous then.
Okay. So what you gonna do?
I'm going to carefully clamber down the tree.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to walk over to this new person and sniff him.
Are you going
Just-
around the perimeter of the bomb frogs, or are you going to just walk right through
Probably around them. He doesn't
Oh.
want to step on any of their toes.
them? Fair.
Trudge, trudge, trudge.
Okay.
Well, nice to meet you, Mooney, he says, holding out his hand.
So far, Mooney, Brock, and Elizabeth are all standing in proximity to each other.
Yep.
Is anybody else coming out of the tree?
Oh well, might as well. And unnamed will start heading down.
As these black toads just watch you. Does he smell like friend?
He smells like swamp.
He smells like swamp, yes.
Yeah.
Elizabeth is 5'7" and Frame is very skinny.
Do you know what these frogs are?
Yeah, you've experienced them yourselves. So, once you manage to get everybody out of the tree, it might be a good idea to calmly move away from the bomb frogs, not making any sudden moves. But Frostwalker comes out, leaving only Violet in the tree. What is Violet doing?
I'm gonna head down the tree as well. I don't want to be left behind.
Okay. Are any of you curious about these little black toads? They do, kind of cute.
Mooney will ask. The bear suddenly talks. What are the cute frogs?
Why are
That's
you talking? How are you talking?
Mooney can talk.
I mean, to each their own,
Why can
Right.
you talk?
because I'm sentient.
Mooney is sentient too.
Good for you.
Looks to the other lady. What his name?
My name is Elizabeth Paleblood, and she goes over and boots the bear to see if it's actually there.
Sneezes.
Oh, you're actually real.
Of course Mooney is real.
A splishing in the water reveals to you that now that you're all clumped together, the bomb frogs have begun moving towards you.
Okay, guys, now's the time we slowly back away. We leave the frogs alone.
Run.
They're not as nice as Mr. Croaks-a-lot.
Roll initiative.
Don't think we're allowed to leave.
Can I poke it? Says
Where are we rolling?
initiative. Just to see what order this is all going to happen. So, Frostwalker, yours will be a +1. There we go. Fun. So, Brock gets to go first with a 20. And then Mooney on a 19. And then Violet. On a 13. The Brom Frogs on 10. Total on 8. Frostwalker on 6. And Elizabeth on 5. Interesting. Brock, what you gonna do?
Okay, guys, now's the time we leave the exploding frogs alone. He's going to slowly back away, picking up Sir Croaks a lot. It's like, come on.
So, when you say slowly back away, you mean like 15 feet, yes?
Yes, 15 feet.
Okay. And then holding your action?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my action.
Mooney, what do you want to do? You just heard him say exploding frogs.
Slowly backs away as well, but would it be possible to roll animal handling?
Only if you want to try and handle the animals.
I mostly just want to calm them down, like,
Okay.
stay back, it's okay.
D20 plus 5.
11.
It's a shame they're not beasts. Violet.
Yes.
What do you do? What would a barbarian do when faced with at least 8 tiny exploding frogs?
How big are they?
They are... try and think of an analogy. They're each about the size of a cantaloupe.
I'm gonna kick one.
Okay! Roll to hit.
Hell yeah.
No, don't! Oh, shit.
Do I roll anything for that?
Yes. You're gonna roll a d20 plus 6.
Okay.
Unarmed strike. 18.
Whee!
That hits. So you're automatically doing 4 points of damage. That particular bomb frog that you have managed to punt out of the water to the back of the pack has gone from looking perfectly healthy to very bloody indeed. It's now the bomb frog's turn, and they, any that weren't already close to you, are going to, as a bonus action, run towards you. They have the aggressive feature. And then D20 plus 3 with advantage because pack tactics. Your
God.
AC is 15, so 1, 2, 3, 4 of these little toads latch on to your arms, legs, wherever they can get a hold of you. And they don't do any damage, but you can use a reaction to try and remove one of them with a DC 11 athletics check. They got little hook-like claws. And they're digging in.
You said I can roll in athletics.
You can roll athletics and try and remove one of them, yes.
Can I do that now, or do I have to wait till my
Yes.
next turn?
It's a reaction. You can do it now.
Yay! Okay. Yay! Okay. That was really weird.
No, it's fine. It's fun. 19. Okay, so you might knock one of them off you. Just for fun. Let's make it the same one that you already did damage to. So, even though it's clearly dead, it and the 3 that are still attached to you begin to swell. Their skin's turning reddish. The 3 that are attached to you even begin to vibrate. Total, it's your turn.
I cast Sanctuary.
Spell.
I can cast that on someone.
You have a creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the water creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom save. On a failed save, the creature must choose to a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Or would Suicidal Frog not count as...
The spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects, such as the explosion of a fireball.
Yeah, okay, so Suicidal Frog doesn't count for Sanctuary.
You don't know that yet, though. You have no idea what's
Yes.
going to happen with these swelling, buzzing frogs.
I cast Sanctuary.
on Violet?
Yes.
Okay.
And then... and also attack with the weapon.
You're going to hit one of the ones that are on her with the weapon, or...
I'll hit one that got chucked off.
One that didn't actually manage to get hook onto her? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll to hit.
D20 plus... plus 7. 11.
Hits. How much damage do you do?
Oh, sure. I also do think that is meant to be a plus 8 as well.
Still hits.
Because it's... Yeah. True.
No, what?
6 damage.
And that one is also... Bleh. Okay. Frostwalker.
Well, apparently we're fighting now, so I'm going to attack.
Okay. One of the ones that's on Violet, or one of the others? There's 3 still attached to Violet, and they're swelling up. Their skin's turning red, and they're vibrating.
Is Moonbeam a top-down beam?
Sorry?
Moonbeam is like a circle, like on the ground kind of thing, right?
Okay. So these little black toad things surrounded her, leapt at her. 4 of them managed to latch onto her. She knocked one of them off, and there's 3 still attached.
Yeah. So my idea was to use Moonbeam to hit the 3.
Oh, because they share her. That's going to hurt her as well, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, she's a barbarian. She'll be okay.
Okay. Okay. So they need to make con saves. Plus nothing. 14, 3, and 10.
Oh. no, the one just passes.
I'm sorry?
One just passes.
One
these
saved.
people.
Okay. How much damage do you do? Two D10. So yeah, all three of them fall off. In fact, two of them seem to have popped, but not in a way that is harmful to Violet. Violet, could you also make a Constitution saving throw? It'd be a D20 plus 6 for you. Okay, you take 10 points of damage as well. Okay. And Elizabeth.
Okay. Elizabeth is gonna slowly walk towards the remaining frogs.
Mm-hmm.
And as she does, I imagine the wind blows her hood off, revealing like stark white hair with like her skin being very pale, which look like scars on her, and pure black eyes.
Cool.
And she casts Arms of Hadar as she walks towards the frogs.
Arms of Hadar. Luckily, I have the player's handbook right in front of me. Arms of Hadar. Tendrils of dark energy erupt from you and batter all the creatures within 10 feet of you. Each creature in that area must make a strength saving throw. Okay. And there are 5 of them left. Plus 1. Spell save DC.
The DC is 14, so
2 of them pass.
Yep, but they still take half damage, I believe.
Yeah, so you do 2d6 to those that failed, and half to those that passed.
Hell yeah.
And the people
Ooh.
a sad damage, but those who failed can't take a reaction.
Yeah. Okay. And then it is Brock's turn.
I guess we're doing this. Okay. He's gonna go move forward at them.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to cast Green Flame Blade and go Brock Bash with his Tower Shield.
Your tower shield is your sidekick's sled at the moment, though, isn't it?
True. True.
Are you going to kick the your sidekick off the shield so you can pick it up and use it?
No, I'll just use my Great Sword.
Okay.
12.
Hits. Calling it a dire toad. How much damage do you do?
Doing that. 14.
Okay. So.
And another toad takes 3
2,
as green flames.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You only needed 9 points of damage to cleave through all the remaining bomb frogs.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, there's a bunch of deflated and twitching little black bodies around you. None of them went off. Combat over.
Elizabeth, you go ahead.
I thought those were meant to be scary.
Well, they normally go boom boom, and they swarm you with more than you're supposed to be able to handle. Elizabeth, I think these ones might survive.
Hopefully. I would really like to get out of this place.
You and me both.
We were actually looking for a friend of ours, and then we were going to find the exit.
Well, I've been here for a week, and I can't find an exit to this damn place. But as for a friend, have I seen anyone?
You haven't.
I haven't seen anyone else. Not really. It's been me and Elizabeth. Torturous as all can be.
Mm-hmm. Elizabeth's is in the probably just stabbing each of the frogs to make sure they're still dead.
As you stab each one, they flaccidly pop, but they don't explode.
Stupid eyeballs.
Did we have any other information on where Kristen had gone? Wasn't there a thing about a tower?
I do think we were just told that they were just... He's in there somewhere. Ooh.
Okay.
He might be dead, he might not be. But he got kicked in there.
If he's by himself, I'm afraid he's most likely dead.
I mean, true. That giant frog thing was a bit tough to fight, and that was with a group.
Yeah.
So maybe we should just all put our energy into finding the exit and hope we find Kristen on our way through.
That works for me.
Maybe.
Sure.
Anybody idea how you're gonna find an exit?
Brock has no clue.
Well, yeah.
I have a wild idea.
Go on.
Smell for fresh air.
I mean,
Mooney can do the sniffs. Can Mooney carry frog?
put my frog down.
But if Mooney carry frog, you can use shield.
The frog likes my shield. The frog can stay on my shield. And if I really want it at any time, I can just teleport it to my hand. It's not that big of a deal. He says this as he's patting the frog's head.
Mooney nose boops the frog.
No.
Rawr. Rawr.
Hold on just a sec. You nose boop the frog.
Yes.
And this thing is medium-sized creature, yes?
Yes.
Yes. It's the younger version of the giant toad.
The younger version of the giant toad. Guess what else is a medium-sized creature? A giant frog.
I don't know. Oh.
Mooney can make himself large.
Mooney. So as you are booping this small giant toad, on the snout, does a 16 hit?
I think it does.
As its mouth closes around your paw.
Oh, I'll be back in a second. My armor class is 12. I just got to get the door.
Okay. Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Can I make a non-lethal attack with the butt of a hand axe?
Against the frog?
It's currently eating a person.
Well, yeah, but it's also Brock's frog, so...
Yeah. I mean, Brock did warn her, don't touch the frog.
Okay, then never mind. Then Elizabeth is going to try and, I guess, pick up the frog and try to get it to let go.
Okay, do an animal handling check.
I told y'all to leave the frog alone! Sir Croaks-a-Lot is very tenacious about his
She's
skin.
going to use brute force rather than animal handling.
If Mooney was... Okay, you want to do strength to just pull it off her arm. Okay. We play next when you can play potato. Okay. Do an athletics check. Contested against the frogs.
This is sad.
I'm sure if Mooney was here, they would be trying to help. They would also be trying to get their arm out of the frog's mouth. So I'll let you have advantage, Elizabeth. Roll again.
Watch me get like a 1.
19, there we
Never
go.
mind. Hey.
So you managed to wrench the bear's arm out of the frog's mouth.
Brock, your frog is gonna kill you one day, I swear.
Sir Croaks-a-Lot is a very friendly frog. All you have to do is not pick him up or boop his nose.
No.
I look at the frog.
No.
The frog seems funny. I like the frog.
Exactly. And he's very handsome. Dapper. Like...
Is he useful in battle? Asked Frostwalker.
Not really. He just sits around and watches. In all honesty, he's more of a hindrance because he's claimed my shield as a throne, but it is what it is.
No.
I don't think frog legs from this dimension will taste the best.
It's not that good, but the best you'll get around.
So, okay.
What did the frog do?
The frog grabbed your arm, managed to do 2 points of damage to you and grapple you, but then Elizabeth helped you yank your arm back out of the frog's mouth.
I'm a lycanthrope. It doesn't do any damage.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, the Sir Croaks-a-Lot takes a slimy shit on your shield, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He sees that and he just shakes his head.
So you guys have been here a week, you said. Is there any areas that you haven't explored yet?
He's been here for a week. I have not.
How long you've been here for then?
Elizabeth's kind of face goes blank for about a minute. What was the question?
How long have you been here?
How long have you been here?
I'm gonna go with too long.
Hey, hopefully not too long. I have things to do.
Mooney gently touches the Elizabeth. You okay?
I have not been okay for a long time.
Do you want a hug?
Yes, please.
Mooney gives
Okay,
her a
well, either way, you guys have been spending various amounts of time trying to find a way out. So, is there anywhere you haven't looked at?
Honestly, there's so much of this swamp. It'd take months of exploring to find everything.
Agreed. I've been more or less trying to find this wizard. To see if he's in here.
We were also sent, I think, to find him, but
Alzgurad.
right now I just want to get the hell out of here and away from this stench.
You get used to it after day 3.
Elizabeth just like shakes her head no in the background.
Maybe for someone with a less sensitive nose.
It smells like a swamp out here, says Mooney.
Smells like a swamp.
Because
I know it's a long shot, but is there any like giant ominous towers that you guys have seen?
have we seen any giant ominous towers?
Make a history check.
Shit. Nope.
Brock does not recall seeing any towers. Wizards do like towers, this is true.
I'll give it a try. Did you say history?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
18. You haven't seen any towers, but what you have seen, and often wondered if it's significant, is a pair of dead trees that are arcing towards each other, forming an oval gap between the two of them.
I've not seen towers, but I have seen a weird tree formation making a oval. Perhaps there's a portal there.
Well, maybe you may be correct. So it's the best lead we've got, other than swamp, and more swamp. So
Sounds like a plan.
Agreed.
Onwards.
Sometimes there's a tree in it as well.
Does anybody want to ride? Mooney has saddle.
I'm a little too big for you. Sorry.
Elizabeth gets on the bear, and there's just this little smile on her face that very much contrasts against everything she is.
Slightly excited bear chuff. Which way? Point direction or lead direction? Big, tall man.
I give directions as I use the bear by using the bear as a mobile. You know what I mean. That way.
Okay.
Tug right ear for right, left ear for left.
As you head off, those of you with any kind of perception at all will notice that there is a significantly larger number of bomb frogs lurking in the swamps around you than there were yeah.
Oh,
It
that's
seems
what
like
that was.
the ones that attacked you were just the distraction. But you're playing your pan flute, huh? Okay. So do you want to keep walking as if you haven't noticed the bomb frogs and hope that they ignore you? I mean, they're clearly trying to hide and not doing so well. What do you guys want to do?
Unnamed will look at Rock and
Elizabeth?
And Elizabeth, thank you.
Okay.
Hey Anthony, what happens if these things are set on fire?
You know, that hasn't ever come up. What I'm thinking, though, is that whatever's inside them that would explode gets rapidly consumed by the fire and they don't explode. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I have an idea.
Well, they are also in a swamp,
Yeah.
so they're waterlogged, basically.
Never mind. Thank you, Mr. DM. As Elizabeth looks into the sky. Perhaps we should run very fast. Or we can kill them. That'd be probably good for us.
Let's leave the frogs alone. Frogs are friends.
Not food?
Those
No.
don't look very friendly.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they will look very good with butter and also like cream.
Where'd you get butter and cream from in a swamp? What are you milking?
The Froghemoths.
Oh, God.
Elizabeth does not know that answer where she gets them from.
Okay. Are you all just going to run?
Yeah.
Dash, dash.
Dash, dash.
Sounds like a plan. Dash, dash, dash.
Okay. So you all go splashing through the swamp. Pursued by the bomb frogs. They're keeping pace but not catching up. You see the dead trees. That Elizabeth was talking about ahead of you, as she, of course, directs Mooney towards it. Mooney, you haven't munched on any Nothic ice recently, have you?
No.
No.
But I could do an Arcana roll.
But sure, anyone who wants to can do an Arcana roll.
Pardon? Sorry, my headphone fell off.
Anybody who wants to can do. Why are we seeing lobster sandwiches? Yeah.
Brock is not the sharpest tool in the shed.
I don't mind, Alison. It was just making me hungry. I haven't had decent lobster since I left America.
When we were talking about like frog leg, I was thinking about like poi boys.
No.
Is that supposed to be a -1, Bernie?
Yeah.
Yes, that's a 12. Total got a 12. Alison, Elizabeth, got a 16. So, you're not quite sure how you've missed before, but there is a shimmer in the air between the two dead trees.
How have I missed you? She's talking about this shimmer. Like, how have I missed you?
Missed who?
Magic between trees. I blame whoever's been messing with me. Okay, I think this might be the portal.
Oh, that would make sense. It does stand out quite a bit. It's not the most surprising bit of knowledge.
Yeah. Well, let's go through the portal, guys.
Onwards.
Let's go.
Okay. So, you, without slowing down, you barreled through the opening between the two trees, and could somebody roll a d20 for me?
Okay. Which plane of hell are we going to?
Hell yeah.
Please don't jinx us. I don't want to go to the hells or the abyss.
No, you don't end up in the hells at all. You end up in a it's a lot darker than the place you've left. There's a smell of copper and iron in the air, and oil.
Oh.
And as your eyes adjust, you realize that you're surrounded by clockwork mechanisms of all kinds, all shapes and sizes, forming the landscape around you in all directions.
This place.
Working on these mechanisms are these strange, biomechanical creatures.
It's worse than that. Does Brock know what plane this is? Because he heard the stories.
Do you want to make a history check?
Yes, please. 11.
Okay. Frostwalker, by all means, see if you remember it from your studies also.
Ooh.
Nope.
We're not that intelligent, huh?
Oh, absolutely not. The intelligent one. We lost the intelligent one when he went through the portal. When he got kidnapped by the Nothics.
I believe in you, Sooty.
You know what's funny? I'm an Eldritch Knight, but I have an 8 intelligence. But
And whose fault is that?
mine. But I'm going to... In my backstory, I'm going to send you, Anthony. It'll make sense.
Would it be insight?
History. He said.
Okay, history.
Yes.
Okay, Amanda, we believe in you. And also, unnamed turtle, we believe in you. Go for it.
Sure. The minus 2 in history. We'll give it a go.
There's always a chance.
The one who doesn't even
What's
remember
your
who he
name?
is.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh no.
that can be rude.
It's history, right?
Yes, please. Unnamed Turtle is fairly certain that this is the jungle lair of the abyss. Violet, however, recognizes this as Mechanus. The true neutral plane of order and logic. The whole place literally runs like clockwork.
Well, I don't trust the turtle because this definitely isn't a jungle.
It's just a jungle upstairs. In the books, it said that the trees were hidden.
I think I'm going to trust the one that's talking if they know something. Sorry, what's your name again? I don't think we've got
Unnamed.
one with names. That's a weird name.
No, it's completely normal.
Yeah, there's always worse names out there.
So, great. We're in a place of law and order. That sounds like a good TV show, guys.
What's TV?
I don't know. I read it in the book once.
Is it like a play?
I think. Oh.
Sort of. But let's not get into that.
So,
Luckily for you, none of the bomb frogs followed you through.
yeah.
Perhaps they couldn't.
Yay!
Perhaps they couldn't. But anyway, what do you want to do now that you're in Mechanus?
I take a step forward.
The giant cog that you are standing on shifts slightly. And about 20 medium-sized round constructs flutter over and begin pulling the group of you in various directions to try and balance out the weight on giant cog.
Hey, leave me alone!
Yeah, I'd prefer if you didn't handle me like this.
They say nothing and continue trying to adjust the weight distribution. If you get off the cog, you'll be stepping onto the cog next to it. It's all
Is there any obvious level platform if that isn't a cog?
Yes. You look around and you see what seems to be a place that seems fairly stable. You got to time your hop right, of course, as you slow as the gear moves past it. But yes, but also because you're 700 pounds, they're desperate to. They definitely need to adjust your weight. You hear a metallic creak.
We should get off this. We should get off these before they break, or we get attacked.
I'm going to make my way towards the platform that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Brock, why are you so dense?
It is. I'm not dense. I'm pure muscle. He does like a bodybuilder flex. But you can't see any muscle because he's wearing plate armor.
Sure.
So
I'll believe it when I see it.
As he continues to stand on the cog as it slowly moves around, you can feel the shift. That it's definitely at an angle. Those of you who are smart enough to get off, by all means, get off.
Yeah.
Hop onto the stable bit. Go on.
Yeah, Mooney's gonna jump onto a bit which he will not fall off.
Yeah, it's getting pretty crowded, this stable plot. The not moving bit.
Which way to go, little shiny people?
The shiny people are still trying to pull and shove Brock, who is just standing there flexing as the vertical axle begins to visibly bend. Like, you notice it, like
Get off the thing before you break it.
He's like, oh, why?
The constructs.
Come on, big little man.
The constructs let out a shriek of that seems more like some sort of message than anything else.
You guys are no fun, he says begrudgingly as he's like, but is there room on that platform?
No.
Yeah. Like, where am I supposed to go?
Down, apparently. As the entire gear pitches off the axle, and you fall down onto a lower set of gears.
Can I wild shape into a bird and fly down and pick him up?
Can you get shift into a bird yet?
Yeah, I can.
Cool.
I'm high enough level.
Cool. Now, you're not going to be able to lift him. You know that, right?
Can I? Why can I not lift him?
He's too fucking heavy.
I weigh about the size of a small car right now.
It's ridiculous.
You gave them the average weight of 600 pounds. Like,
Yep.
500 or 600. But, like,
You decided to make it even more.
hey, I'm wearing plate armor and weapons. Like, he weighs.
Mooney, instead of lifting him after working out he can't, tries to make sure he stays stable.
Wait, how'd that one turn into a rat? Are you a druid?
Mooney is
No, you can't.
Mooney is currently a giant eagle.
No, I'm talking about Rob. But you're wearing armor. You can't be a druid.
So, you're wearing
I'll
armor. You can't
shift
be a
into
druid.
my hybrid form to kind of show off that I'm a were-rat, and then go back to my rat form. Because I figured, even as a giant rat, it'd be easier for me to navigate through here as a rat than a Goliath.
Okay.
Weird. Never seen one before.
Unnamed will follow in suit.
I thought you... Are you a were-rat also?
Yeah.
I thought you were a turtle, not a rat. What is with y'all and your animals? First
Not
a
lucky,
bear,
I guess.
Total power.
bear that turns into a bird, turtle that turns into a rat. I thought Goliath turns into a rat. Y'all are...
Technically, they would be sort of kin, since you're both giant kin.
Yeah. It's like...
Caw.
Caw.
Tuki.
Caw.
Mooney, you hear a voice in your you hear Elizabeth's voice speaking to you in your head. What are you trying? What were you saying?
Mooney is bird right now, but Mooney is just going. So what do we do now?
Have you all climbed down to the lower level?
Sure.
If it makes sense to, then yes.
Well, some of you might still be on higher ground. It's up to you. If you are still up on the unmoving platform, looking down at the mess, you will see more of the constructs arriving. Many of them working on repairing the gear and the axle. But there are some that seem to have other functions. In particular, there is a squadron of about 12 cubic constructs that seem to be armed with bows and arrows that are flying towards your location. And in the meantime, down below, on the lower set of gears, some strange 5-armed constructs with a face on each arm are emerging from the forest of axles and cogs. So, and there seem to be about 6 of them.
Oh no.
So, just to clarify what you're looking at. This is the Pentadrone.
Oh no.
That thing, which one? The left? That's ugly.
And this is a Quadron.
Ah, Cupid.
Okay.
Aggressive Cupid. Except
Aggressive
instead of finding love, it finds an arrow in your skull.
Huh.
It finds things that are confused bear noise. And when you're still a bird?
Let me fix that. Confused bird noise.
Confused bird noise. Roll initiative, folks.
Why are they attacking us?
Because I broke their wheel.
That's very astute of you.
There's just rats squeaking from below.
Okay.
Hold on, I need to check the giant eagles thingy.
Initiative.
E.
The dexterity. Yeah.
Yes, it has a +3 to dex.
Amanda.
Dexterity?
Initiative, if you don't mind.
Oh, oops.
No worries.
Proceed.
Do you guys want to see what quadrons used to look like in first edition?
Yes.
Okay, that's...
no. They were really, really stupid. I forgot.
Looking at the first edition illustrations actually gives me hope that maybe I could illustrate my own book instead of paying a fancy artist who could do much better work than me. I could just do my own shitty drawings and it would be fine.
Yeah, so long as the content is good enough.
I like his faint hint of a porn stash. 70s porn
That's
stash.
amazing.
Anyway, so the pentadrons go first. And then we've got the quadrons next. No, it's not the quadrons next, it's Brock next.
Brock.
The Rock. And then it's the quadrons. On 16. And then I believe the next highest is Mooney on 12. Mooney the bear.
So wow.
And then it's Elizabeth on 11. And also Violet. No, actually, we Violet first because she's got a higher initiative. And then Turtle on 10. And Frostwalker on 6. So, the Pentadrone, the Pentadrone closest to Brock is going to exhale a cone of gas. Could you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Can do. 16.
And that passes. Yeah. Who else is down in the lower section?
Frostwalker.
Unnamed would be.
Okay. Frostwalker and unnamed. Could you also make con saves as other pentadrones spit gas in your face. Blow gas in your face.
Damn it.
Okay. And then Total becomes paralyzed for a minute.
Oh,
You can't repeat the save at the end of each of your turn. And you're in rat form at the moment, aren't you?
I am indeed in rat form.
Okay.
Would that kick me out of it, or just frozen
No.
rat?
No, you're not unconscious, you're just paralyzed.
Chill.
So another of the Pentarons then picks you up.
Oh.
So that's accounted for 4 of them. The remaining 2 are going to resort to melee attacks against Brock and Frostwalker. First one. Since you didn't go to sleep, they're going to try and put you to sleep the hard way. You probably need to blow your nose there, mate.
I'm sick and I got a stuffy nose because of it. All of those miss.
All of them miss. Fantastic. Your AC is 24.
Well, it's 19 right now because I don't have the shield on.
Right.
But
Wow.
Because it's a tower shield. Yeah.
yeah, it's what you get for wearing plate armor. And yeah, he's built specifically for defense.
Mm-hmm.
Saving kills, not so much.
So what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen to Sir Croxolot?
Sir Croxolot will sit on the ground. Like,
Sir Croxolot also needs to make a con save, by the way.
shit, Sir Croxolot!
Since I'm using the giant frog stat block, it would be a +0.
No!
Frostwalker, your AC is 16. Not the critical. Oh dear. So 5d6 plus 16. Frostwalker takes 34 points of damage. Except it's all bludgeoning, so no he doesn't.
Oh, like entropy.
Okay, Brock, it's your turn. What do you do? Did you roll for the... Oh, I'll roll for the frog.
I didn't know if you wanted me to or not, so I just...
I realised that. Sir Croxolot is fine. What do you want to do?
Okay. Well, these things are going to be a problem. Bonus action, I'm going to summon my shield. Using bound weapon.
Merp!
I'll give it back shortly. And now I'm going to smack them with the poop stain shield.
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm going to cast Green Flame Blade with the poop stain shield.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's gonna smell so bad.
Yeah, I'm assuming you took the shield master feat.
Oh, the shield can be used at... It's got the improvised weapon tag, specifically.
Okay.
I would have taken the normal shield, but if you use it as an improvised weapon, it only does a D4.
Uh-huh.
So does a 20 hit?
A 20 does indeed hit.
So it's going to take 14 points of... 13 points of bludgeoning and 1 point of fire. Another one's going to take 4 points of fire. And I'm an Eldritch Knight, and at 7th level I can make a bonus action attack if I cast a cantrip.
Yep, which you did. So make your extra attack. That one.
9. I don't think that. Yeah, so I bonk them over the head, and I'll go, ha, take that! And then I go for another bonk, and I miss, like, oh shit.
Okay.
Okay, my turn.
The quad runs. So, ooh, fun. So Elizabeth, Mooney, and Violet are still on the upper level,
Yeah.
and you.
I just realized, me and Elizabeth are the only ones in true danger.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
Oh!
Oh, you might not be.
Well, first of all, Elizabeth. Okay, you have an AC of 19, so only the 23, the 19, the 20, 23. Okay, so yeah, maybe more than I thought would get through. Mooney, you're actually a werebear, right?
Yes, I'm a werebear.
So none of this is going to hurt you. And Violet. Yeah. So Violet is
I am currently a giant eagle, so that may actually hurt me though. So yeah, I take damage too.
Okay. What's the giant eagle's AC?
Giant eagle AC is 13.
Okay. This is 15. And Elizabeth is 19. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Elizabeth gets one shot's first true encounter.
And
Well, that's definitely a way to go out.
Yeah.
3, 4,
Do you have a revive by chance?
5.
I mean, with how much damage, she might lose a few limbs.
I mean,
Yeah.
Okay. So. Da-da-da-da. 12d6 plus.
Oh.
So yeah, Elizabeth gets hit for 62 points of damage from arrows. Yes, you're still alive. Mooney in their bird form. How many points of how many hit points does the bird have?
The bird has 26.
Okay. So you're pretty much gonna take only 26 of this, and then you'll be Mooney the bear again. And not take any more. So yeah, the bird isn't you're Mooney again with your normal Mooney hit points.
Confused roar. Mooney does not understand why they're being attacked.
Why they are no longer bird. And Violet will take 46 points of piercing damage. And then it is Violet's turn. Does Violet want to try to breath weapon? Actually, yeah, Violet, are you a lycanthrope as well? I don't think she's aware something.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my breath weapon.
Okay. Okay. So. Yeah. Dex save is 2. And only one of them fails. Pretty sure as a... Just going to double check this because we still haven't updated it on the character sheet, but I'm pretty sure that a Dragonborn's breath attack... Gem dragons... Yeah, it's 2d10 now, not 1d10. So if you could roll 2d10 damage. Eight points of damage to one of the quadrants. And 4 to 2 others. That'll be fun later. Okay.
Ooh.
Or is it just because of Giants versus Dragons?
Yeah, I specifically put that as my flaw, as he's slow to trust.
You still have one more attack, Violet. You can either throw a javelin at one of these things, or you can rage and leap at them and just grab onto one and try to smash it with your great axe. Rage and leap. Okay. So I want you to make a d20 plus 6 with advantage, because this would definitely be a reckless attack. .24 definitely hits. So that's a d12 plus 5. Another 8 points of damage. Okay. So Violet is now in the air with the blade of their axe embedded in this quadron that's still flying around. Violet holding on to the haft of her own great axe. Yeah. Elizabeth.
Elizabeth's looking very, very hurt. Look at one of these suckers and use their bonus action to do telepathic talk. That's what it's called?
Telepathic speech.
Yes.
To connect
Same.
with another creature.
Mm-hmm.
Connect with other creatures within 30 feet. Okay.
Yes.
Who are you going to...
She's going to link up to one of these things.
Okay.
We did not mean to come here. if you just let us leave to a portal to the material plane, we will not disturb you again. Can we please stop fighting?
Error. Error in system. Must be deleted.
We can be deleted by going through a portal to the material plane.
You will be removed.
Does that mean death? Or portal?
You will be removed.
Insight?
Go for it.
Okay.
Okay. So what you ascertain is that these things are relatively simplistic. They are not designed for these things have been clearly been programmed to remove the problem, and that's it. They don't know anything else. They can't be reasoned with or communicated with. They're designed to complete a function, and they seek to complete their function, and that's it.
Well, that's a little disheartening, but okay. Let me see what I can do to kill these sons of guns.
I mean, I suppose you could volunteer to be willingly removed. Hopefully they won't have to do so by force. Maybe that'll work.
That still implies there could be death.
You don't know. Not enough data to go on.
Okay. These are constructs, correct?
Yeah, they're constructs.
Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, yeah, but she's just going to go to the nearest one and hit it with her sword.
Okay.
I'm not going down without a fight if you're gonna kill me.
So, are you going to try to hit one of the ones that are flying, or are you going to go down and attack one of the... Are you going to attack one of the pentadrones or the quadrons? The quadrons are flying and are going to be a little bit difficult to reach. But having said that, Violet managed it. Alison?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, if I do Find Steed, do I still technically have my extra attack?
No.
Okay then. I'll just have Elizabeth to try and jump in the air and try to hit one of these things. I can roll with disadvantage if you want me to.
Are you going to try and hit one of the flying creatures?
Okay, I guess I'll go downstairs to hit one of them.
Okay. And you roll a 21? Or was that for something else?
No, that was for the insight.
Oh, yeah.
These are my hits.
Okay, the 25 hits a pentadrone. The 9 does not.
Okay.
Ooh.
Plus 4. I ain't dying today! Do I scream at these things?
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Total.
Hello.
Your turn.
Is it a con save to see if no paralysis?
Yes, you have to see if you are no longer paralyzed. This is true.
Yes. Plus 3. Damn it.
Haha, still paralyzed.
Paralysis effect. Go.
Frostwalker. What does Frostwalker do? Rob?
I'm sorry, I was burping a baby.
Okay.
My turn?
Yes.
And they're all flying creatures, right?
The pentadrones are not. The pentadrones are on the ground fighting you physically. The quadrones are up in the air flying.
Okay, and where is Elizabeth?
Elizabeth has come down to the lower level with you guys. She's just hit one of the quadrones and said, "I'm not dying today." But she does look pretty badly beat up. She's still got arrows sticking out of her.
So I will go and use my lay on hands on her.
Okay. How many points of heal does she get?
I'll do half my pool for now, so 20.
Okay. Elizabeth, you have regained 20 hit points.
Yes. Like in use.
Nice. Okay.
And her eyes sparkle more.
Okay.
With glee. Okay.
With glee.
Glee.
That's your action, yes, Frostwalker?
Yes.
It is now the pentadrones. And the pentadrones... going to try the gassing trick again on those who are not yet paralyzed. which would be, in this case, yes, Brock. Sorry, brain is not braining. Elizabeth and Frostwalker.
And what's the save?
Constitution saving throw, DC 11.
Okay. Speed 3.
You get a +3 from my bonus.
You get a +3. You get a +3. And you get a +3.
Woo.
Mine's actually 27.
That's ridiculous. And Frostwalker gets paralyzed. And then,
Yippee.
and then Brock and Elizabeth are going to get the 5 arm slaps. Is your turn missed? No. You did. Wait a minute. Did we miss Mooney?
It was,
Okay, what
Unless-
did I'm sorry?
the turn was missed unless they were paralyzed.
No, they should have gone after the quadrons. Yeah, so Mooney. Yep, alright, I'm gonna. Hold on. I'm gonna backtrack and let you take a turn. So, you would have seen Elizabeth get shot full of arrows. And Violet as well. You will also got hit and it knocked you out of your bird form. What would Mooney do? This is your turn was before Violet, so Violet has not yet thrown herself at the quadrons, and also Elizabeth hasn't gone down and been healed yet. So in theory, since we're going back in time to when you would have taken your turn, you could have also done a bit of healing on Elizabeth if you want to, or if you prefer, have done a bit of healing on Violet, or both. Or you could have thrown yourself at one of the flying bastards and tried to knock it out of the sky.
What I will do is pass. There's quite a few of these things and they're annoying. So I will cast Conjure Animals, summoning
Giant owls.
giant owls, 16 of them. Should I roll
Oh, wow,
initiative for?
You're upcasting it.
Oh, sorry, 8 of them. My apologies.
Giant owls. Ah, poop. You're gonna have to look it up yourself, I'm afraid.
A second.
Don't know why, but I haven't been able to access my stuff on D&D Beyond lately. But anyway,
Giant owls have a +2 to Dex. I'll roll for them.
mhm.
D20 plus
Plus 2.
1 plus 2. Okay,
Maybe
so they're
Wiz-
10.
Maybe Wizards of
Initiative.
the Coast know that I'm not their fan and they'll sort of shut me out or something.
For my movement, I'm going to stand over or by Alison's character protectively because she seems kind of squishy.
Okay. So you would
I
have
am
tried to
shifted,
protect
so I'm large now.
Okay.
you have the floofy bear protecting you.
Okay. And then Violet would have thrown herself at one of the quadrones, and Elizabeth would have gone down to help the other, to do melee on the lower level. So, not next to Mooney anymore. But then the giant owls could do something. Would they?
And Mooney was tough because he was trying to protect her and she moved away.
Do your 8 giant owl attacks on the quadrons.
Okay, they have flyby attackies.
Mm-hmm.
So that...
So they can go in, rip into shreds with claws and beaks, and then fly the fuck off without getting opportunity attacks.
Okay.
Go.
8.
I love giant owls for that reason.
D20 plus 3. I didn't want to bring these out, but the DM give me no choice.
Why wouldn't you want to bring them out? They're awesome.
They're
Because
epic. They are very cool.
I know that they can be hard to counter at times. Okay, that's 14, 4, 6, 12, 21, 16, 7, and 17.
And they have an AC of 16, so 3 of those attacks get through.
Okay.
And one of them manages to hurt one of the other owls.
And that's 2d6 plus 1 each. So 2,
So
4, 6.
66 plus 3.
Plus 3 on each, so that's
No.
plus 9.
I thought you said it was 2d6 plus 1.
Oh, wait, let me... Oh, yeah, sorry about that. My apologies.
32 points of damage. So, let's... Yeah. Okay, very cool. So, that one's down. And this one... 32 minus 18 is 14. So you've managed to take one out and make another one very badly hurt. And then...
I'm going to use my special teddy bear to be
Okay. The Pentatrons. They did the gassy gas thing, and then they were doing 5d20 plus 4 against Brock. And
The crit gets through, but it does normal damage.
because you're wearing adamantine?
Yes, my plate armor's adamantine. That's my magic item I chose.
Okay.
That was the only magic armor I could get out of common, so...
4.
4, okay.
And 5d20 plus 4. Elizabeth has an AC of 19, so one of those gets through. So once again, it's a d6. Yeah.
Didn't you get a magic item from the gnome? Rob.
Elizabeth takes 5. Rob is typing.
I don't remember ever encountering a gnome.
In Fafnir's.
Oh, right. It was the soul core thing, but it's not really put into anything.
Oh, yeah, you got life glass.
Basically.
Yeah. Maybe you'll find something. I mean, to be fair, you have lycanthropy. But anyway, the Pentadrons have done their thing. And Brock, what would you do?
So, action. I'm going to cast Enlarge on myself.
Okay. Gonna embiggen.
Embiggen. So now I'm standing at 18 feet tall, and I weigh 5,000 something odd pounds.
And you immediately fall. You immediately break the cog that you're standing on, causing everybody that's standing on that level, quadrones and allies alike.
This metal is really weak. Rock was like, this metal can hold me up. No, it cannot.
Yeah, I don't think they were designed to hold 5,000 pounds.
No, they were not. They're meant.
Sorry?
They're designed to deal with torsion, not. Yes.
So how much fall damage do we take?
Let's be kind and say 3.
3? Okay. I'm going to use bonus action to use Knight of the Crown. I'm going to give Elizabeth, I'm going to forgo my bonus action to give you an attack.
Awesome.
So, attack key. And you add a d8 to the damage.
Okay. I look at one of these things and try to hit it.
Let's see. It is the quadrants. This is his turn.
Oh, I thought
No.
his thingy was like for me to do. Okay, never mind. Continue.
So, my thingy is to let you make the attack on my turn.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Yeah.
I imagine I can't do bonus action on this.
No.
No, it's only a single weapon attack.
Fair enough.
That hits. How much damage do you do?
Yep. D8 plus, and you said I had an extra D8.
D8, yep.
Nice.
And is there any near me?
Yeah, I mean, and they're prone as well because of falling. You're Elizabeth, the one that you hit the one that was already pretty badly damaged, and it's down.
Okay, I'm an action surge.
Okay.
To make 2 more attacks. 25 and 9.
The 25 hits.
For 13 damage. Oh wait, I forgot D4 because of enlarge. 15.
Okay.
As I bunked them with my shit shield.
Shitty shield.
Yep.
Don't you have Flame Blade up?
Flame Blade's a cantrip.
Oh, is it? I thought it was a spell.
No, it's just a cantrip that
Maybe.
It discharges
You're
a big strike.
You're thinking of not just plain old Flame Blade.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I can do.
Okay. And then it would be the Quadrons, who are one down. One of them is preoccupied by the barbarian hanging off of it. So that one is going to just try punching the barbarian. ADV, because she attacked recklessly. Both of those get through. It does a measly 2d4 plus 2 points of bludgeoning damage, which, because you're raging, gets half to 4. Amanda only takes 4. My plan with Brock is big and tanky, as you all can see. Yes. So the remaining 10 are going to focus their attacks on the biggest problem that they can see, literally. They get 4 short bow attacks each. Plus 4. Let's see how many of those get through. Brock, you said your AC is 19 at the moment, yes?
I got the shield on now.
So it's 24?
Yeah.
Yeah. So only the critical gets through, and there was only one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's 2.
There's 2 crits. Yay!
But they're normal hits.
Boo! Boo! Boo!
Blew the tank.
Boo the tank. 15 points of
When
damage.
My first idea was a really tanky character before I knew what the group was.
Mm.
When I
No,
found out
you
y'all
like-
had...
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Now you need is lycanthropy.
Yeah. And it wasn't until after that I made Brock's concept of being a really tanky character that I saw y'all already had 2 tanks, and I'm like, too late.
Yeah, it's chill.
So anyway, the rest of you would see a literal hail of arrows fall down on this 18-foot dude, and only 2 arrows actually penetrate his armor. There can never be too many tanks. This is true. Okay, Mooney.
Oh wait, I need to make a con save.
Oh, against concentration. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're fine. Mooney's turn. Mooney's turn.
Mooney is going to...
Pull the blanket out of her mouth.
Yes. I like my blankie, okay.
I know. What is Mooney going to do?
Mooney is going to try and get that bloody sheet up. Oh, that's because I was looking at the video. Mooney is going to heal. How's the bomb? How is Amanda looking?
Amanda is still hanging on to her axe that is lodged in the face of a quadrone that is still flying.
Does Amanda look like she needs heals?
Amanda says she could use some heals.
Okay, I will do that. I will heal the Amanda with a Cure Wounds at level 3.
Which is going to be 3d8?
Yep.
Plus
3
2?
Yeah.
Roll it. 10!
You healed 10.
Violet gets 10 points of healing back. Okay.
And Mooney will trot over to the squishy new friend, Alison's character.
So you're going to climb down. Yeah.
I stand over her and protect, cause she's squishy.
Okay.
Squishy.
Yeah, my squishy. Violet.
You are my squishy.
You can't really use your great axe to hit with at the moment because it is stuck in this thing's face. But you could breath weapon it at point blank range. Also catching like 5 more that are flying in formation. And then you could punch it or stick it with a hand axe, or what would you like to do? No, this character does not have claws. Hand axe. Okay. 2 hand axe attacks or a breath weapon and a hand axe attack. Okay. So gonna have 6 of them. Make the dex saves. And your DC is 14. So 3 of them take 2d10, 3 of them take half of that. Could you roll the 2d10, please? $15. Okay. So actually, yeah. So the one I needed. Yeah. So 2 of the quadrons fall out of the sky, including the one that Violet was attached to via their great axe. So you're gonna fall prone and take 8 points of fall damage. But then if you want, you can immediately stand up and swing your now free great axe at one of the pentadrones, if you'd like. In which case that would be a d20 plus 6 with advantage. Or do you have something else up your sleeve?
I unfortunately don't.
Okay. So do you want to swing with your great axe at one of the pentadrones?
Yes.
Awesome. That's a d20 plus 6 with advantage. Please. Thirteen does not hit. Nerds. Okay. Yeah. Were dragons and were drakes would be cool, but generally speaking, they turn into warm-blooded mammalian creatures. The exception being were ravens, which don't actually have the same abilities as most lycanthropes. Instead of being immune to all non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, they have a regeneration ability.
Ooh,
Um,
that's cool.
Anyway, that was Violet's turn, and she took out 2 of the Modrons with her breath attack, which is awesome. And now it's Elizabeth's turn.
Okay, I'm going to cast. Actually, yeah, let me hit one of these guys first.
Pentadrone.
Yes.
You have advantage on the attack because it's prone at the moment.
Okay.
Well, those would both hit already anyway, but you can try for a crit if you like.
Crits.
No. Still got 2 hits anyway. How much damage do you do?
Yes. Is the divine smite only like
It's a bonus action.
is it like
No.
per hit or just
If you're willing to, if you're willing to spend the spell slots, you can do it on each hit. Because each divine smite burns a spell slot. Does that make sense?
Okay. I'll do it at 3rd level for both.
Cool.
Because these things need to die. $53.
That's awesome. So this one only had 9 points of damage, so that one's down, and you cleave through to another. So that would be 41, which means you do another 12 points of damage to a third. Well done.
Can't go wrong with that.
Very nice indeed. So, yeah. There are now only 3 pentadrons still standing. And it is the owls. Are the owls gonna take out more of the quadrons?
Let's find out. 8d20 plus 3.
uh, 16. 1. 1. How much damage does that one do?
Mooney is disappointed.
11 points of damage.
Mooney is proud of that one in particular. You did good, Flappy Flap number 8.
Okay. Unnamed toddle. I think you just need to make a con save, don't you?
Yup. Let's see if the dice got them next to me.
And then Frostwalker needs to do 1 too.
Damn
Yay!
it.
You're no longer paralyzed,
Oh.
but that was at the end of your turn, so that's your turn over.
Cool.
And then Frostwalker. Yay! You are also free from paralysis, but turn over. Pentadrones! Pentadrones are going to all 3 of them. Let's see if they get the opportunity, actually. Because it is a reach out. Nope, they can't use their paralysis gas. So, they're just going to do the 5-arm slap attack. Screw it. Clearly, the biggest problem is Brock. So they're all going to slap Brock.
That's fair.
And 1 hit.
You know, I thought my AC was going to be okay, because when I watched the video, the frogs had a plus 10 to hit. Now I'm a little upset that I decided to go so high.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you didn't get to fight the Froghemoths.
Yeah.
I'll throw something big at you another time. Today you're just getting minions. Mechanical minions. 8 points of damage.
Got it.
Woo! And
Good.
woot woot. So. Oh, here she comes. Brock, your turn.
Well, Brock go bunk.
Yes. Go for it.
So, yep.
That's not the way to do it.
Yeah.
There we go.
16, 14.
Only the 16 hits.
It's 11 damage.
11.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to use the crown feature again. Frostwalker, get them! I need Frostwalker. You get to make a single melee weapon attack.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want, you can also smite this one.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
He knows.
fancy.
Go for it, Frosty.
You were paralyzed. You didn't get your turn. But now you do.
That definitely hits.
And now I have Frosty the Snowman stuck in my head.
We the snowman.
You're too sick to sing. Save yourself.
I know.
24.
He's a paladin, right?
He is a paladin.
Oh, you get an extra D8. Malak, so roll a D8.
Add another D8, Frostwalker.
Is Frostwalker a paladin?
Yes,
Um,
of course he's a
crap.
paladin. Rob only plays
No.
paladins. You should know this.
yeah, I know. Just like I only play barbarians.
Indeed.
Yep.
I had a tune.
32 damage. Pretty good, Frostwalker.
Takes down another pentatron. In fact, you just one-shotted a pentatron.
That's my
I remember that. Frosty the paladin had a shiny nose with a corncob pipe and a button nose.
What the fuck? Anyway.
It would be a paladin. Anyway, that's my turn.
That's a paladin. The quadrants. So let's see. There are only 9 of those left. And so that's 36. D20 plus 4. Rain of arrows. 1, 2, fucking 2.
3. 3, actually.
Oh yeah, 3. Yay! 3d6.
Hell yeah.
They're slowly wearing me down.
16 points of damage on Frog.
And there's 2 nat 1s in there as well.
Yeah, so they themselves will take 2d6 plus 4.
Oh shit! Enlarge Reduce is gone. So I slowly shrink down as they shoot me.
Like you're deflating. Let's do that as 8 and 8.
Oh wait, I'm so stupid.
Go on.
I forgot I have heavy armor master, so I actually take 9 less.
You what?
Yeah.
Alright. It's on. Anyway. So you took 16 points of damage. Well, more like, as you said, fucking 7 points of damage. And 2 Modrons fall out of the sky, which is great. Where's my prop gone?
So just like the anime Brock's from, he's going to start some problems with God.
Oh, you Goblin Slayer.
Rob, when I use
No.
the kid's first name. Okay. So yes, there are only 7 of the flying Modrons left, and 2 of the 5-armed Modrons left. Okay. It is now time for Moody.
The Mooney will. Does the Mooney need to heal anybody? No, I do not think so. Mooney will cast. Wait, are there any Modrons within claw swipey distance?
You can that pair. There are 2 Pentadrons still standing. Brock, you do not need healing.
You will. I really want to bite or scratch something with my claws.
Go for it. Try and
That
tear
is
open
what-
a pentadron.
Yes, I will try and tear open a pentadrone with my jaws.
Roll to hit.
D20 plus 6.
Lucky for you, it's not a humanoid. Can you imagine
That's
having a
why-
pentadrone that can turn into a bear?
That would be awful.
25.
That hits. That
doesn't
hits.
hit.
Definitely hits.
I think it's just a D6.
Let's have a look at your character sheet. Yeah, it's a d6 plus 3. Six. That's the only attack you have?
Yeah, unless... Well, I could have used a spell, but I really wanted to numb on something.
Okay. You could have bonus action changed into brown bear and had 2 attacks though.
I could have, but if there's only 2 left,
Alright.
I might need that extra wild shape soon.
Fair enough. Okay.
And I have my burbs to do the ouchies.
Okay.
So Mooney will nom it and go, tastes funny.
Mm-hmm. Violet. You want to charge into some more of these five-armed freaks?
look at the banter they're having in the D&D campaigns chat.
I was thinking of putting my charisma to 13 so I could multiclass into paladin. I could take damage for... It may you just want the smites. But the DM is just... Dip a level of barbarian for rage. I can't because I wear armor. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Well, I can multi-class, but I wouldn't be able to rage.
Why not?
You can't do it while wearing heavy armor specifically. I think it's medium and heavy.
If you aren't wearing heavy armor, yes.
Yeah.
You can still... Yeah, you don't gain the benefits. If you're wearing heavy armor. But I don't think you need the heavy armor, really.
Oh, I absolutely need it. My AC is only a 16 without if I use the unarmored defense.
With a +5 shield on top of that?
Oh yeah,
That would still be a 21, wouldn't it?
true. Yeah.
Dick fingers. Anyway. So, yes, Violet. Would you like to cause the violence, Violet?
I would love to cause the violence.
Okay. Do you want to swing with your great axe twice? Or...
Yeah, I'm gonna go for that.
Sweet. So, 2 iterations of d20 plus 6 with advantage. Please. Oh, I forgot you had flight. Yeah. Nice. That's a critical. So you don't have brutal yet, but that's okay. It's still going to be 2d12 plus 5. 14. Very nice. And when you score a crit that the target has disadvantage on attack rolls for their next turn. Yay. Because of the slasher feed. So. And Elizabeth.
Okay, how many are still on the ground?
There are currently only 2 pentadrones still standing. Frostwalker has whittled one of them down to very few hit points indeed. And the other is in melee with Violet. So,
Okay,
yeah.
I will do some hitting.
The ones, there's only a few left in the air too. And they're still being badgered by the owls.
If I help one of them out, would that be flanking?
Yes. However,
Do I have
they literally have eyes all over, so you wouldn't get advantage, sadly.
No, that's fair. She will kill the eyeballs.
Unfortunately, neither of those hit. Which is annoying. Grr. Yeah, sorry. Nothing I can do about that. The owls. Noodle. Noodle. Sean. There we
I
go.
couldn't find the right tab.
It's your owls.
Okay, do not let me down this time.
They
8,
need 16.
20 plus 3. I muffed that up.
Hoot hoot indeed. There's a crit in there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, and one of them's critical. So, double the dice for the critical.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10,
So it'd be
11,
12. 12. And then plus 5. $58. Okay. So this one
Take that.
only had
It's hit band from hit singer songwriter music band.
My flap flaps did the ouchies. I use the very prouds.
They managed to take out 4 quadrants.
Yes. Victorious roar.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are now only 3 quadrons in the air. Well done. And it is the Total's turn. Total actually gets to do something.
Yippee! I will.
Yippee
Yippee Skippy. I'll send an Eldritch. No. I will cast Moonbeam. May I get a Constitution saving throw?
on one of the quadrants.
So how? I'm still in rat form. One of the actually no, I can't cast spells. I'm still in rat form.
Okay.
You said one of them picked me up.
Yeah, that one has since been put down. So
I assume that one was flying.
no, it was a pentadron.
Oh, sure then. I thought it went over to slap Mr. Big character. Oh,
He did with your body.
Okay.
At least that's how I'm imagining it.
No, the pentadron that was carrying you got taken out. It's now in
Sure.
it's yeah. It is
Okay, I
unconscious.
will run up and just stay in rat form because why not? And I'll try and parkour onto one of the flying ones and bite its insides or bite at the eyes or something.
Okay. Attack it.
What
in
would
rat
be the rolls?
Well, as a were-rat, you have You're still a were-rat no matter what form you're in. You have the same stats.
True.
So it's an unarmed strike for your bite attack.
Yeah. Bite attack. Melee, plus 4 to hit. Apparently. Oh, that's for the. Wait, that's for the actual character. That's for the actual monster.
It's a plus 6. It's a plus 6.
Plus 6.
And then let me
That's
see.
15.
Yeah, that hits. And hold on. The bite itself is a D4 plus your strength. So in your case, plus 3. It could be Dex, but your strength is better. So D4 plus 3.
Six damage.
More than
To
enough.
specifically the eyes.
Go for the eyes, boo. Okay.
Yes.
So there is only one pentadron left. Frostwalker, the one you were fighting, is down. One of the ones you were fighting. The other one that you were fighting was also down. So, yeah. It's fine. That was total. And now it is Frostwalker's turn. So the last pentadron still standing is in melee with Violet at the moment. There is also still 3 quadrons in the air. What do you want to do?
Attack the closest one that's still alive.
Go for it. Only the 25 hits. How much damage do you do?
How many hits, sorry?
The 25 hits, the 13 does not.
No, go ahead and smite.
Yeah, I see that, and it's down. No more quadrons. Okay. And no more pentadrons, rather. So, Brock, what do you do?
Rock looks around, notices the ones on the ground are missing. No longer fighting, so he looks up to the sky And he goes to his hand and he pulls out his hand crossbow.
Okay.
And he's going to shoot.
Okay, go for it.
And I'm going to use the Squire of Slovenia to give myself advantage. 25.
Hits. The 16 would also affect. So 10 points of damage.
Image. And then as my bonus action, I'm going to command, using my last use of this, I'm going to command one of the owls to attack.
Okay. Noodle.
Go!
One of your great owls make a single attack against the quadrones. Shan. Noodle? There we go.
Yeah.
Could
Yes.
you have one of your owls make a single attack against the quadrones, please?
Yep. Number 8, Flappy Flap, it's your time to shine.
Again.
Again. Does a 16 hit?
16 hits. How much damage does it do?
It gets an extra D8 as well.
It gets an extra D8 on top of its standard damage.
Plus
I'm just
D8.
allowed to help others at this point.
17.
Yeah. That one is that one goes from not being hurt at all to suddenly very badly hurt. Well
And
done.
that's my...
Okay. And the quick draw
One
ones.
Very proudly.
Screw it. The quadrons retreat. Of course, that does mean... no, it doesn't, because they would have broken off. I was going to say the owls could make opportunity attacks, but no, they can't, because their tactics require that they leave melee range. Oh, that's the whole point. But yeah, so the last 3 quadrons fly away. Leaving you standing in the wreckage of 3 cogs. The machinery around you has ground to a halt because, you know, it's this isn't good. What do you want?
Brock looks at everything. So who did that?
I don't know. I'd maybe take a guess.
I'm not sure. He says as he's pulling arrows out, like, little buggers.
Little buggers.
Actually, that retort from unnamed would have just come out of squeaks and rat noises. So
Yes. Rat noises.
I'm going to take this chance to use Second Wind.
Okay. Take a chance.
11. I'm up to 15.
Meow.
Meow?
Meow.
Meow.
Yeah. Unnamed will get out of rat form, and it's gonna look a bit grotesque because it's throwing a shell out of seemingly nowhere.
So that's... Wait, does this mean that rats are just rats are just turtles without their shells?
Rats are just... What the fuck?
In this case, yes.
In this case, yes.
Yeah, in this case, the shell is in this case, the rat is just a shellless turtle.
That's so fucked up.
But in most cases, no. I think. Or am I just lying? Anyway, does anyone want heals?
I could use some heals.
No, you couldn't.
Let me heal myself first. I just used up all 25 of my stuff.
Out of nowhere, the gears grind against each other suddenly. It makes a very distinctive sound. You realize after a while that it's making a repeating sound. It begins to sound remarkably like, "Get out."
We'd love to, but we don't know how.
We tried communicating that to the people, like to the things coming for us, but they didn't listen.
This is my corner of the plains. Find your own to fuck with.
We want
Oh,
out
show us
of
the
the
door
plains.
and we'd gladly leave. Sorry. Too sassy for Mooney. Could you show us way out then? We walking through here being chased by frog. Now we be chased by weird metal people. How we get out?
I will send an emissary to lead you out.
What does emissary mean?
Means person.
You hear the clanking of metal on metal, the sound of something large approaching, and then this thing emerges.
Oh shit. Anthony, we're only level 8.
You're showing us the way out, not fighting us.
Frostwalker, are you gonna run away? The voice of Mechanist has said that this thing will lead you to the way out. Why is it always eyeballs? I already see them all the time looking at me.
Who are you,
Says
sir?
Elizabeth. It
Can you...
looks at you all and gestures for you to follow it, and then begins heading back the way it had appeared.
Rock will follow.
Sure.
Can I carry the Ellison again?
You can carry the Elizabeth.
Right, the Elizabeth. Yay!
So I'm gonna dismiss my shield. I'm gonna carry Sir Crooks a lot.
Okay.
Simply because I don't.
Rawr.
The Shield grinding against metal isn't as good as shield grinding against swamp.
As you're
Mooney
walking, as you're
Sorry.
walking along, Sir Croaks-a-Lot launches his tongue at the back of this construct. The
No! You
construct
tried
doesn't, the construct doesn't seem to notice. But it's stuck to his back.
He whispers to Sir Croaks-a-Lot, "Are you trying to kill us?"
No.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Mooney will roar back. Rawr.
Who are you roaring at?
Mooney is roaring in reply to the frog's croak.
Oh.
Rawr. Rawr.
The construct leads you to a pipe. Gestures for you to go down the pipe.
Don't really have a choice, guys.
Not really, no.
Rawr.
Well, YOLO.
So you're gonna go down the pipe.
Yep.
We-
She's gonna jump in,
Mhm.
yelling, "I'm coming home!"
Mooney, you're riding on Mooney, so he dives in.
Okay.
Rock shakes his head and dives in.
Okay.
Unnamed will jump into his shell. And just
And throw
Cowabunga!
and just throw himself down there, tucking his arms and legs into his shell as he goes. Yep, that's cool. So you go clattering down the tube. But those of you who aren't, traveling down in a box made of your own bones, will be sliding down the inside of this greased pipe at speed. You notice several other pipes, several other pipes join up with it, as if there are several refuse pipes all over Avernus that and sure enough, as you all come shooting out of the other end, you find yourself being launched into a portal. And as you go through it, you're hit by the heat takes your breath away. And you realize that you are falling through the air into a landscape made of lava and fire.
Mama always told me I'd go to hell.
What are your thoughts as you are plummeting towards quite possibly certain death?
Conjure animals.
Now, funnily enough, Violet is fine because she can fly.
And I wild shape myself into a giant eagle.
You turn yourself into a giant eagle, and I'm assuming you're having your giant owls grab the others where they can.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Guess who's still too fucking heavy?
I might have way out of it.
I might need 2 hours for him.
Can the owls lift 250 pounds? Not 200. Can they lift 300?
Are you going to reduce?
50.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna use reduce.
Okay.
Then I think they can, yeah.
Yeah, a couple of owls still, but yeah. Okay.
There's all the available spell slots.
So, one way or another, you're all caught in midair. Either on your own wings or the wings of giant owls. Still, in some cases, slowly descending closer to the oceans of lava and the lands on fire. When they
Keep.
Hmm?
Sorry. I
Go
was
on.
going to say keep flying till we find something to land on.
Everything's on fire. A passing what's the word? Flock, I suppose, of magma methods pauses to giggle at you. You don't belong here. You're gonna burn here.
I thank you for the information. We're gonna burn? That sounds lovely.
Well, we like it. I don't think you'll like it much. You'll smell great for half a second. Then you'll be gone. All crispy.
Well, this is just amazing.
Start casting precipitation on myself to make myself feel cold.
Just cool yourself down. We can get you the boss if you want. You get out of here.
Insight.
Sure.
Plus 8. Damn it.
No,
13.
that's fine. You're. I mean, with the available clues, you can tell that you're in some version of the elemental plane of fire. Who do you think the boss would be?
Who? I don't know the boss of the plane of fire.
I'm sorry?
A load of light?
Different game.
Yeah.
This is one of the. I don't know much about the elemental plane, so I've got no clue who it could possibly be.
What noble elemental creatures?
An Ifrit?
Ifriti, yeah.
Yeah, Ifriti.
Oh, the genies. Yeah.
Caw-caw?
Your feathers are already beginning to smolder.
Oh, Mooney's going to get the birds to follow the elementals, hoping they end up somewhere where they're not going to burn up.
Okay.
He's not really waiting for the party's permission, because burning.
The methods fly. As if reading you. Can we get the hells out of here? Something like that. And to your surprise, the methods, as mischievous as they are known to be, do lead you to a city made of brass that doesn't seem to be on fire. You imagine it's still pretty fucking hot, but at least it's not actively on fire.
Yeah.
And they there's a palace-like structure in the heart of it that the Mephits are flying towards.
Huh.
Oh,
As the Mephits get within 90 feet of the palace, they turn around and say, "Good luck to you all!" and then scatter.
Huh.
I was expecting it for it to be a trap.
It might still be a trap.
Yeah.
At least the floor's not lava.
At least we can land a bit.
oh.
You do see that there are not only elementals walking the streets, but also people. Humans. Which would certainly suggest that it is safe to land. That you're not gonna... Although
Interesting.
you do notice that many of the people are wearing rather thick-soled shoes.
Well, I'm wearing metal boots, so I don't think that'll work.
Nope.
Would my boots of elven kind be thick enough?
You want to try? Are you going to land? Are you going to... Who wants to put their feet on the ground and see if it's comfortable to walk on?
I will.
Right now, I'm lucky I'm a bird with keratin claws.
So, okay. Mooney the bird lands first. It's hot. You find yourself switching from foot to foot.
Caw, caw, caw.
Frostwalker, given that you are, as your name would suggest, accustomed to walking many miles through frost-covered mountains, this is quite dramatically different. This is very hot. Not comfortable to stand on at all.
Actually, I realized I'm more adamantine. That might be good. I step on it.
I don't like it. Yeah, it's very hot. You can feel the metal conducting the heat into your feet and up your legs. It's not fun.
Do you need to put me down, honey?
Yeah. Elizabeth, are you dismounting from the giant eagle?
Yeah.
Yeah, again, uncomfortably hot.
Well, at least my clothes are finally dry.
So, are you going to enter the palace? Are you just going to all do the hotfoot dance?
Hotfoot dance to the palace.
Have you unsummoned your giant birds?
No.
Cool. Unnamed is still riding with a giant bird.
Well, Mooney is going to hop towards the palace. You're going to get a bumpy ride. Call. Hop. Call. Hop. Call. Hop.
I'm gonna try walking like a boss. Okay.
I do performance.
Certainly. Oh no. You're walking, but you're every so often you lift your foot just a little too quickly, and those who are particularly observant might notice a tear roll down your cheek. But yeah, you walk into the palace. The interior of the palace has a refreshing breeze blowing through it. And it doesn't like it's pretty much a straight shot from the front door to the grand hall, where a large red-skinned elemental in a Efreeti sits on a brass throne. Ah, I have guests, it seems. What brings you to my throne?
The world said get out.
You've been rejected and sent to burn. You've survived. Impressive.
Yes. What we really want is just to get back home.
Home. And where is home?
The common world.
Material.
The material world.
Whereabouts in your material world do you call home?
On the land, where all the trees are.
Trees, is it?
I don't know where Brock would come from.
Does Brock know where Brock came from?
That's a good ass thing. Brock definitely doesn't know where Brock came from.
Yeah. Since this is an Age of Dragons, I imagine a creature such as yourself would have been in hiding.
Yeah.
Maybe the reason why you wear full plate armor is so that nobody knows you're a giant. Although your height
Probably
gives
be
you
in-
away.
He'd probably be from the Sandy Wastelands. Because
Sounds of the Lost.
no, the Sandy Wastelands, because that's the giant country.
Where the giant country used to be before it was scorched to nothing by the dragons. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, because his tribe was destroyed, and he wants to become a legend to refix it. So.
Okay.
I come from a sandy place.
So we want trees and we want sand. What else?
We want to return to Karas Kalduin.
I know that place. All right. Sounds like you're ready to make your first wish.
Huh?
Oh yeah, that was where the portal is. Unless you got sent through a different portal.
You're not hearing me. I need
yeah,
you to ask me in the form of a wish.
Oh.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth or anything. Well, what's the price to us?
Well, I suppose we could make this a transaction if you wanted. I was going. What are you offering?
Monsters that look, like you being more than hostile.
Wait. Am I understanding what I think you're trying to say? That you would accept my wish only if you could defeat me in combat?
Nope. We're not saying that. We are not saying that.
Not at all.
You're expecting me to be hostile. If that is your wish, I can do that.
No.
No, it's just been my experience that pretty much everything that I've come across has tried to hurt me in some way.
Oh. Looks like
So
somebody needs some love.
Bird Mooney hops over to Frostwalker and nuzzles him, thinking that's what he means.
Ah, looks like you already have an admirer.
Brock pats Frostwalker's head like, "It's okay, little guy, you'll be fine."
If you wish, I can find you the perfect partner.
No.
Oh, I just realized something.
Out of character or?
No, Brock definitely would have a wish first and foremost above all other priorities.
Is he going to be stupid enough to just blurt it out?
No, he wouldn't be stupid. I don't think he would think of it. Like, he's more confused at the situation.
Okay.
It's like he's asking for a wish, but there's no lamp, so why is it giving a wish? But
It's
like,
not,
Is it?
it's not bound to a lamp.
I know. When Brock thinks genie, Brock thinks lamp.
Does Brock love lamp?
Brock basic man.
Does he wish for a lamp?
No, he's not going, "I wish for anything." He's muttering to himself, "But where's the lamp?"
If no one's going to join up, what is? Please don't say like the actual part of it first, and Mooney. Just vocalize it, not in non-wish form.
Feel free to discuss it, though don't take too long. My patience is not infinite.
Mooney's going to shift back to bear form, doing his best to stand on his claws and not his pads. First thing first, Mooney wishes party had fire resistance. It's hot in here.
Brock smacked Mooney.
You actually say that?
We were just told, don't say the wish word.
Granted. Mooney is now resistant to fire.
But is the party resistant to fire?
No, you didn't say.
I
No,
said Mooney wishes
they said,
party.
Sorry?
yeah, that's what they... Mooney did say, "I wish the party was resistant to fire. It's hot in here."
Fair enough. You're all resistant.
Mooney does a 15 hit. Mooney,
Hmm?
does a 15 hit you?
Yes, it does. But what kind
Yes.
of damage is it?
Well, it's with my adamantine gauntlet, so
It's not magical.
it's not magical. Okay, so it's just you would normally take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as
But you don't.
Brock-
You're like a throw.
yeah, but Brock slams his fist into your head. We just said don't say that word.
But you are a lot more. You are suddenly a little more comfortable.
Okay. Maybe we need to not say the I something before we plan what we need to do.
Can
We just go back? Surely we just say we want to go back home.
But we'd be
Yeah. But you go, Brock.
we would be wasting one W.
There's been
Right.
set rules on how many we have, even if we have more than one.
Perhaps
Yeah,
it would
you're,
be better for us.
you're assuming there are 3.
Yeah, Brock's assuming there's 3. Imagine if Mooney just wasted her one wish.
Uh,
I want to ask.
You want to ask how many wishes?
Yes.
You want more wishes, I take it?
No, I'm just trying to get a clarity on how many wishes we are allowed to have.
Oh, I'm generous. I will let you make as many wishes as I feel like giving. Or until you kill yourselves.
Brock know what Brock wants? Brock says that to the group.
what does Brock want? But make sure not to use the word.
Brock wants strong like ancestors.
What?
You seem like
He says he wants to be strong like his ancestors.
Yeah. Because that's Brock's goal, is to be strong enough to challenge the dragons, and most likely fail. But
Does anybody want to point out the obvious here?
You seem strong already. And
Yeah.
if you did try, you would probably fail anyway.
Yeah, and we're pretty low level, so we have a bunch of stuff to do first before we get that high, Brock.
Also, there's the obvious point of the level of strength his ancestors are currently at is 0.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
yeah,
So you would turn into a noodle arm person like myself, or even worse.
Just be.
Or a skeleton like his ancestors are currently.
What makes an ancestor an ancestor? Being dead.
yeah. Hey, Brock. He's not good with making wishes.
I just realised though we are running over time. So should we
Yes.
put a pin in it here? That'll give you.
Yeah.
That'll give you an out of character week to think of the right wording to not end up in a worse situation than you're already in.
Yeah.
Give hug.
I hope that those of you listening to this, whether live or after the fact, have enjoyed this as much as we've enjoyed playing, and that you join us in the Games and Geekery Discord community. There's a link in the description below. And if you want some extra perks, you can also join our Patreon. It's very affordable now because I've adjusted everything. Yeah, you can join a game, you can get notifications when more content comes out, you can get access to the private server, all by becoming a subscriber. In the meantime, no matter what role you play,
Have a good game.